Okay, I wanted to go over my redacted workflow because a lot of people have asked me continually why and how I use redacted, because it seems that they've put it off the internet, which is kind of sad. So, basically, I have multiple copies of redacted practically because sometimes it breaks, which I mean I've figured out a fix. So recently, none of mine is broken. My redacted version hasn't broken in a while. I have the Polish and the English. The benefits to using redacted is you always have the ability to use any of the DLC maps that you don't have, which is one of the reasons I use it. And on top of that, you'll notice that when you're faking frags with bots, they have the tendency to they always come with the predisposed clan tag 3 arc, which kind of makes the clip look really fake, and I feel like it's better disguised under the clan tag red. This is a hardware underscore mp .thp file, which is basically the fix for the majority of the issues that causes redacted to fail after you launch it. Basically, the video game has this cached video settings file that tells the game, okay, I want to run the game off of this specific these specific settings, i.e. 1920 by 1080, anti-aliasing on 4 times TIA or whatever. Basically, you can just delete this and it'll basically set its own type of settings for ones, but because I'm using the Polish version, I can't exactly read all of the video settings, so I just have a pre-made one in the English, and then I just drag it into the Polish redact. This is 1280 by 720, which I always use. Basically, you're on a LAN network, which means you cannot play online with anybody, because this was initially made for like a nightly version, like so people who couldn't afford the game could get on and play. I tend to just use this for fragging and things of that nature, and I have the game already on Steam, which is a requirement to using this, so it doesn't really matter to me. Basically, I have a pre-made frag setting here, so a pre-made faking thing for free-for-all, so basically all the bots will kill each other, your kill feed will fill up, and it will look more natural. All of those particular settings are saved in these two folders. Custom game. This is the faking custom game, and these are all of your demos. Literally every demo I save in here, so I can, and each demo comes with 4 files. The thumbnail, the tags, the summary, and the actual demo. You cannot, I mean, they're not you can't replicate them. These are all raw generic files straight from the game, so it's not like you can just copy this and make it this and this and this. I've tried it, doesn't work. So when you are getting sent frags, you must drag all of these into this folder, the film_mp folder. And you can only seem to have 2 at a time because this game kind of screws up. I will show you what I mean by that in a second. It basically just makes every other game an error, which is quite unfortunate, but like if I paste this here, I can go into here, click film, and my film will be right there with my frag, which is fantastic for demo management, especially because using that little online Black Ops 2 bar thing is really not adequate at all. So this will load up. Basically, all these bots have really strange, odd, very distinct names, and they look very real in comparison to the other ones. You can see the kill feed is filling up. It automatically just looks a lot more realistic. I mean, like, it's ridiculously easy to fake frags in this game. By the way, your normal console isn't going to work on this. This is, I think, Asri's console. Basically, it's just the same exact thing as you have here in your old console. I just tend to use this because this is the only one that works with Redacted. It's absolutely awesome. It's so cool. It's a lot more fluent as well, I find, because you get like, I mean, like, you get live updates in that one as well, but like with this, everything is like right there. You don't have to click and tap and have to rely on, you know what I mean? Like, it's just easier. And lighting your scene is just probably even more easy. I mean, you don't want to like make it look too fake, but then again, like, you don't want to make it look like it's you don't want you want it to be as editable as possible, so you don't want the shadows to be too dark either. And you can also do this like really cool like coloring. It's awesome. It's really very cool. yeah, so that's basically it. Fog as well, I'm going to go over that because nobody wants to talk about fog. Basically, it's very simple. You just load up the process. In this case, T6 MP V43. Okay. So I'm going to go to... Okay, this is kind of tricky, and a lot of people are going to get a little pissed off because it's going to screw up the recording. This is in terms of flickering, because a lot of people say they have flickering. I don't tend to record at 60 FPS because my hard drive is absolute garbage, even though I have a 1060. I record at a lot bigger resolution at like 15, 20 FPS, and that way I don't have a lot of flickering, or I don't have flickering at all with fogs. All you have to do is set your freeze interval to 1, and update interval to 500, and found address list update interval to 500. And basically you can just turn all these on. These two aren't going to turn on. Enable all of these. Go to fog, make that 1 always, and then go to start. And this is where the fog will start. So it's much similar to like depth of field. 1500. Okay, so then you can change the color of the fog as well. So like 255, you can make it red, and you can make this red as well, or change this to 0 and make it like green and red. It's very cool what you can do with it. It's pretty cool. 5,000. Like it's honestly such a cool thing for editors, because like it adds such a dynamic to the way the game looks, really, because I think a lot of us tend to feel discouraged because we feel like there's not much out there left to do, but that's so not true. The possibilities are really so profoundly endless. Just put your best foot forward and make something incredible. I think that's all I have to say about editing, really. This is absolute garbage, the CFG, by the way. But this is how it works. It's essentially very simple. There are some really cool things in here, like flare size, which you can manipulate. So like, and that will adjust the rotation of the flare and like the size. Is pretty cool. And here it's just a matter of trial and error, really, and what you like. Because you're gonna get some things that you're not gonna like, and then some things that you're gonna like, and it's gonna be It's gonna be a struggle, and it's gonna be great, and it's gonna be very, very exciting. So that's kind of it.